and Bloodborne. We're going to do a Bloodborne for beginners. I'm going to try to go through. I'm no expert by any means. I've played it a lot. I know there's a lot of new people out there getting ready to play. So I'm going to do this video. I did a couple videos earlier. I'm new to streaming. Don't really know what I'm doing, but I had some suggestions that I should take a little more time and explain things and explain the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing, and then it might be a more interesting stream. So that's where we're going to go. I always like starting off with this live action cutscene because it's very cool. Pretty cool, right? We'll show this next one too. These cutscenes really kind of build the right atmosphere and feeling that you get when you play this game. The discovery, the fear, I don't mean fear like something's going to happen to you, but here's a guy. You've got so many echoes. You don't know what's around the next corner. Lots of things can kill you real quick. And it builds that tension. Which is just one of the many reasons it's a brilliant, brilliant game. Alright, we'll go ahead and play online. I don't mind seeing messages and stuff. I think it's cool. So we'll do that. We're going to go ahead and delete this guy. And we'll go new game. So, if you're brand new to Bloodborne, this is what we're going to go through the whole thing.
Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood administration.
Check my phone here.
You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin?
Easy.
Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own.
Give me a moment. Get on my phone for a minute here.
You'll need a contract.
Okay. Here we are at the character creation screen. Let's go ahead and enter a name first of all. Because I'm going to make a skill character this time, when you have all the characters in your save files, you need to be able to tell them apart. Because I'll run a quality build, and then I'll run a strength build, and I'll have a skill build or arcane build, and I need to know what's what. And so I'll name this Slick Willy. Slick for fancy skill and dexterity. How's that sound? Alright, I always pick old because I'm an old man. Appearance, I use one and one only. Let's load the favorite. That's supposed to be some general crazy picture of me with a fuller beard. So origin. As we look through these origins, so what I'm really interested in right now is skill and endurance. And you're going to see troubled childhood, 14 endurance, 13 skill. Skill is going to be my main stat in this playthrough. Plan on using the saw spear, and then once we get through some stuff, we're going to move on to the Blade of Mercy, which is probably my favorite weapon in the game. The way I think this game is really meant to be played: hit and run, dash in, dash out, kind kind of game style. It's different than if you're using a quality build with Ludwig's or even running the axe. Now, not to say that all starting weapons, all the weapons in this game are viable. You can beat the game with any weapon you want. So it really comes down to what you prefer and what you like. And for me, Blade of Mercy is a style I like. So, Troubled Childhood it is. I also like it's got 9 arcane. I'm not going to use Blood Tinge much. And I might up this to like a 15 arcane so I can use the Hunter tools. Might. We'll figure that out as we go. So, yeah, Troubled Childhood. And finish. Look around. Yeah, looks okay. Finish. Having an adult beverage. I've got my vape pen right here. All right, little vape pen there.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere
Get out, Cat.
bad dream.
Cat made a guest appearance on the stream. That's great. So he thought that was funny. So here lies our character getting a little bit of consciousness. And again, there's a lot of theories. There's a lot of good theories. The Pale Blood Hunt by Redgrave online. Look it up. It's amazing. Amazing amount of work went into that about Bloodborne and the lore. I have my own ideas about this beast and what it is and what it represents, but at this point, we'll let you guys come up with your own ideas. I'm going to tell you, look it up if you want to see, but I have my own ideas about this. And none of them are necessarily right, because so much is gleaned from items and working from the questions in between. These guys, one of the only, doesn't seem like it right now, it looks like they're attacking, but one of the only happy things or things that you can count on that aren't trying to kill you in this whole game.
You found yourself a hunter.
The messengers. On the bottom right, you'll read Josephka's Clinic. So we have now woken up in this place called Josephka's Clinic. It's going to be pretty dark. You'll see this thing highlighted here, this piece of paper. Handwritten scrawl. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Pale blood. We need to, don't even know what that is, do we? What I like to do whenever I start a From Software game is much of the story is gleaned from item descriptions. So, Bloodborne's no different. And when I first played through this, it's the same way. So let's look at what we've got. We've woke up. We don't know what's going on. So, Hunter's Mark. Dangling upside-down rune etched in one's mind, symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes, but awakens afresh, as if it were all just a bad dream. Alright, Hunter's Mark. Black Hood. Hood worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. So we're in the nightmare of blood and beasts. That's interesting. Worlds here, nightmares, dreams. Is it a different world? Lovecraft in the dream cycle. He described different dreams, but were they really just dimensions or worlds? Who knows? Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness. Now, why would you need to do that? Without memory, who will ever know. Okay, so right off the bat, our character doesn't have any idea why he's here. Foreign garb again, the clothing worn upon waking to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Not typical clothing for Yarnum. Perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said, after all, the traveler came to Yarnum from afar. Without memory, who will ever know. So the traveler came from afar. So you're not a local. You're an outsider who showed up to Yarnum. And obviously had some issue, as the Blood Minister told us earlier. And Ize with a bit of Yarnum blood in you, right? Bandage worn upon waking to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Terribly worn and unsanitary. A faint memory recalls blood ministration involving the transfusion of unknown blood, not long after the nightmare began. So we really don't know how long we've been laying there either, on this table. And this does the same stuff as the other stuff did. That's all we can really look at right now. Some other things you got to be at the shop to look at. But so what do we know? We know we're probably a foreigner, most likely a foreigner that doesn't live in Yarnum, doesn't understand the ways, the customs, or know where they're going. You have no memory of why you're there. And the only thing we found is a piece of paper that says seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Alright. Remember hidden path. Yeah, whatever. Ghosts of other players will pop in and out. It's kind of cool. We've got some messages here. Attack, R1. I'm not going to go through the basic control messages. You guys can go through that stuff. We might talk about combos later, but for different weapons. But for right now, you guys can run around and look at all this stuff. Figure out how to run, how to dive, how to dodge. Alright, so now we see this beast up here. And it is eating some person. So my advice here is the smartest thing to do is run right by. Run right by, you can get out the door before he does anything. Some people will just die to him immediately, or other people will try to kill him. But either way, whether you die or you run by him, within another minute or two, you're going to go to the same place. So I guess we'll try to kill him just for ego's sake, even though I die quite a lot trying to do this. Oh, what do you know? Okay, so there's some descriptions that will tell you this, but what I just did there is I was able to dodge behind him. And if you can get behind an enemy in Bloodborne, and you do a charge R2, that's holding your R2 until the move is made. You can let go once you're dinging, I guess. But that is a super powerful attack, and if you get him from behind, it's like a backstab in Dark Souls. It stuns them and allows you to do a visceral attack. And a visceral attack is once you've made that stun. Once I do this and you hear that noise, it means they're stunned. Run up behind them and hit the R1 button. And that R1 at that point you'll reach in and to their bodies and do that visceral attack. It's awesome. And if you actually look at your hand when you do that, it turns into like a claw, like a large oversized claw. So I don't know if that's from the one transfusion you had or however many we've had. We don't know. We know of one at least. That the one transfusion that made you a little bit bestial. Who knows? Here we go. One of my favorite games, with the best levels of any game ever, in my opinion. This first level of Bloodborne, these mechanics I'm talking about, there are ways you can practice and do these things, and the developers set it up in a way that by the time you leave here, you should know your whole repertoire, really. You'll know the moves you can do, what you shouldn't do, that things need to be timed. You'll learn that if you're just attacking and wide open, you're going to take more damage than if you're a little more guarded. Not to say there's defense here, but someone off of balance as they're attacking you, if you hit them, it'll take a lot more damage than if they're not flailing away like that. Into Yarnum, as you can see, it's dusk. The sun's going down. It's a beautiful, beautiful world. Beautiful, sad, horrible, tragic, evil world, but and look at this. The horse has been there an awful long time. You hear something up above you. Found some more blood vials. I mean, this city is just built upon itself. Up, up, and up, and up, and up. It's crazy. Alright, so moving on. Dodge out of the way. We'll just do that. Get the ladder to come down. Holding O when you go up the ladder will make you go up the ladder faster. Now, I'll point it out a million times in this game, but look at the detail. I'm sure this guy's not coming up after me. Look at him down there. Look at the detail in the architecture, the stone masonry, the carvings, the patterns on the ladder itself. Patterns on the ladder itself are intricate. I use that word a lot in this game. Intricate. Intricate combat, intricate level design, and intricate graphics. Faces, little gargoyles. Caskets. Gilded, beautiful. Workmanship, craftsmanship, you would think if you saw this. That the reason it's locked, that's up for debate. That's something we can discuss and maybe answer as we go through this game. But strange place, coffins everywhere. Interesting statue here. Now look at the bottom of this statue. You'll see creatures that look very much like the guys we saw crawling on our chest. The guy I called messengers. But we'll learn they're messengers. And I guess that would be a lamp. That person's holding a lamp. It's not on, but when we look at this lamp, this is one of our warp lamps. Bonfire and Dark Souls. The lamp now transports you back to the Hunter's Dream. Upon death, you awaken at the lamp. So the Hunter's Dream is sort of your hub world in Bloodborne. And you go back there to do all kinds of things. Level up your character, level up your weapon, and apply blood gems. There's a lot of things we do there. Chalice dungeons are accessed from there. So, but we see these messenger guys around the lamp, and we see the messenger guys around this person who's holding the lamp. That's kind of cool. Anyway, we see a reddish lamp here. It's an incense burner. And where incense is being burned, people are inside trying to ward off beasts. This is the night of the hunt. That's what we heard. But you're able to actually come and talk to an interesting NPC here.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
So whatever can be gained will do more harm than good from this place. And we've already taken the blood. We came here for a reason that we can't remember. I'm guessing it's suffering from some sickness. This pale blood is sickness, from what the blood minister said earlier.
Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood. Or so they say. Yarnamites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum, you'll find the Cathedral Ward. Deep within lies the old main cathedral, said to be the source of blood. I haven't heard of pale blood, but that's your best bet if it's anything to do with unique types of blood.
Alright, so that was Gilbert. He's one of my favorite NPCs in this game. And he told us a lot of information there, really. Where we're going, where we should try to go next. It's the night of the hunt. He said he knew we weren't from around here, which verifies what we read on our clothing when we looked at the item descriptions of our clothing, foreign garb. So, at this point, we're going to go use this lamp. Now, if we died from that monster, the big wolf beast earlier, you go to the same place. So, here we go. Trying to take this a little slower. Really got some good feedback from my brother, because I'm trying to figure out how to do some of these videos. I really enjoy, when I was on Twitch the other day, I really enjoyed just interacting with some people. I wasn't broadcasting, someone else was broadcasting, some newbies that didn't know what they were doing, and I didn't just volunteer. I didn't want to ruin the game for them, but when they started asking the chat room for questions, I was able to provide some of those answers, and it kind of grew from there, and it started making the idea that maybe I should just do this. So this is the Hunter's Dream. Now we noticed in Yarnum, the sun was up. Or the sun, it was still up. It was dusk, but it was the sun. Here, the moon is up, so something to think about. Messengers pop up with some weapons, it looks like, right? Axe. Trick weapon. Okay, so this is your beginning weapon. Now, in this case, we're doing a skill build, so we're going to have a new weapon really quickly. So what you pick here, if you're doing a skill build, doesn't matter so much. I mean, obviously, thread cane, as we look at the attribute requirements and the scaling attribute bonus. It's got a C scaling in dexterity. That's the hand. You see where the C is and towards the bottom of that box on the right. It shows E for strength. attribute requirements, we can handle all of the starting classes can. So that's a C. Sock Lever's a D and E. Hunter Axe is D and E. And E and C. So a skill build should use the Threaded Cane. I don't like the Threaded Cane. I don't like the Threaded Cane. So we're going to use a Sock Lever. Same moves, very, very similar moveset. Not the same because they're a little different, but a lot of the same combos and stuff. So let's use that. I always select the Hunter Pistol. So the Hunter Pistol, pistol made at the workshop for hunters stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. So you're using your own blood. The pistol is a quicker draw than the blunderbuss, allowing for speedier responses to attacks. That is why I do it. If you do not want to try to interrupt and parry or interrupt people in this game, just maybe you don't. Maybe the blunderbuss is better. It does stagger sometimes, but for me, the speed at which I can counter people with that pistol makes it a no-brainer. For me. Remember, everything I say is just a suggestion. It's just how I do it. And how I do it isn't the right way. It's just a way. We're going to put this in our personal effects. If you hit the right side of the touchpad, your personal effects come up. These are some things that maybe you want to stick there. You don't use all the time, but when you want them, you know where they're at. So there you go. So notebook there. Now, if you die to that beast that was in Yosefka's clinic, this door is closed. If you don't die, it's open. So I guess you can get to the Gehrman a little quicker. But other than that, there's no advantage. Place items in storage. So this is just our storage. I don't have anything in there. I just started, right? But if you get more than you can hold 20 blood vials. If you get more than 20, boom, it adds automatically to this storage. Same with your blood bullets. Same with all kinds of items. If you get more than you can carry, then go here. You can personally come over and make things, store things there manually if you want. But all right, and this is somebody.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gehrman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
I must have signed this, but he doesn't remember that he signed a contract. So he doesn't even know he's a hunter until he's told right there. Kind of strange. Gehrman, the first hunter. First of all hunters.
This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
Even the doll should please you. So we know Gehrman's a sick fuck. Guess we know that right off the bat. Something I'll pick. Let's take a look at Gehrman for a minute in the wheelchair. If you look,
this was once a
okay, we just heard that.
Wait, you're even.
You can see his left leg is a peg leg. Or his right leg, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be an idiot. His right leg is missing his foot. guess hence the wheelchair. This is where you work on your weapon. You can upgrade it. You do a few things. You fortify, repair. Once you get the tools, you can do some other things. But as of now, we can't do anything. We don't have any upgrade materials. But I just wanted to point out the awesome blades hanging. You can see that I've got the saw cleaver, and that looks very much like those cleavers hanging above it. But there's looks like a scythe or just a regular blade that's not serrated. And then if you see behind those tools, hanging on the wall, there's a curvy handled taped scythe on the wall. I always wanted to get that. Looked like it'd be a cool weapon to use, right? Yeah. Anyway, this is where you do runes, but we can't do that yet. Everything's so new. But here's another message from the developers. To escape the dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. One more time. To escape the dreadful hunter's dream. Doesn't seem so dreadful, but halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. So, don't know if that's left for us or someone else. We'll assume it's for hunters. So if that's the general hunter deal, is stop the scourge of beasts. That would make a lot of sense. Let's run around behind the hunter's dream. At least the building in it. What do we got here? One messenger hat, messenger head bandage. So we can talk to these guys, our friends. Let me give them one messenger hat. Decoration is really all that is. Stump. The stump messengers, where you give those things to them. This is where you... This path appears to be linked to the nightmare, but there are no messengers. It says buy with insight. Once we figure out what that is and we get some of it, then there'll be some items available to us there. And this is where you buy items. I could buy items right now. There's some. Let's look at them. Blood vial. Special blood used in ministration restores HP, hit points, life. Once a patient has had their blood ministered, a unique but common treatment in Yharnam. Successive infusions recall the first, and are all the more invigorating for it. No surprise that most Yharnamites are heavy users of blood. So it's a drug. It's become a drug for these people. Quicksilver bullets, I think we read those. Ordinary bullets have no effect on beasts, and so quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood must be employed. Strength depends greatly upon the wielder's blood tinge. So yeah, blood tinge is a stat if you want to be... You do a lot of damage with weapons. Blood tinge is the stat for you. Alright, just texting my brother a little bit there. Alright, Molotov cocktail. Explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object, one of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck old Yharnam, fire has become a staple in beast hunts and is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of them. And fire does cleanse impurity. There's a moment in this game where if you use fire, the impurity is cleansed, and if you don't, well, the impurity, let's just say, bursts forth. How does that sound? It's pretty cool. Anyway, the trick I learned a long time ago. Pebbles, small pebbles throughout Yharnam can be thrown at foes, quite thrilling. But if you look at the pebble, it sure looks like an eyeball. We did the clothing. Oh, we could buy. So here's some items to buy. The Yharnam Hunter armor. We're not going to buy it right now, but Yharnam Hunter cap. Ludwig, the first of the hunter of the Healing Church, once recruited Yharnamites to serve as hunters. This hunter's attire was made for new recruits and is excellent straightforward defense, but not nearly enough to allow an ordinary man to stand any real chance against the beasts. Ludwig, the first hunter of the Healing Church. But Willie, you say Willie, you just told us that Gehrman was the first hunter. I sure did. Gehrman was a hunter before there was a Healing Church. Kind of cool, huh? Yeah. Same thing. Ludwig, and Ludwig. So Ludwig, a Healing Church hunter, the first one, recruited regular people to go out and kill beasts. Why were they doing that? I don't know. Alright, so we got our gun, we got our weapon. Off we go. We're gonna go back to the first floor sick room. There's another NPC character we want to meet. I don't know how long I'm going to stream. There are some natural stopping points in doing this game the way I do it, following the pattern and the path that I take. But we'll see. Okay, so we're back in Yosefka's clinic. We're down where that lamp is. But here's the stairs we came down originally. Let's go back and see where we were laying.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do. Now, go. And good hunting. Are you still in need of something? But I have nothing more to offer. Please, try to understand my position. I can only pray for a fruitful hunt.
Alright, so From Software tips. When you're talking to an NPC like that, if you talk to him once, don't run away. Try to talk to him until you hear something repeat. If you don't hear it repeat, there may be more coming. If you look in the bottom left corner of this window, you can kind of make out Yosefka. See, keep looking in that bottom left corner. See her shoulder. She's wearing a white robe, looks like. Don't really see anything in her hand. But there's Yosefka. The most you can see of her, at least in this normal game. There have been geniuses on YouTube who have been able to get some cut content and stuff that isn't shown going back through the game. I don't know how they do it, but they actually will show you what Yosefka looks like. Okay, back here. What am I doing? Alright, 1 second. And I'm wearing headphones. I don't usually wear headphones when I play this game because I don't usually stream. But it is really interesting that I'm hearing little voices out in the background. Crying or laughter, I'm not sure which. It's pretty cool. something lumbering around over there. Alright, so we're back. In a Front Software game, things you kill usually come back. If you end up warping or having to go back to the hub area. So, I'm using the Saw Spear. So R1 is a quick attack, R2 is a heavy attack. If we squeeze R2 and hold it, that's the big super heavy attack, I don't know what you want to call it. And then there is a transform attack. So the L1 button transforms the weapon. And these are all different attacks. This would be a heavy attack, this would be a charged heavy attack, this is a quick attack. There's combos with that, but doing the transform attack gives you a lot more damage, and with the saw cleaver and the saw spear, it will stagger guys. So R1, L1 is a very powerful combo. R1, L1, L1, it transforms back with an attack. Maybe a little intricate for new people, but if you can think of R1, L1 with one of these weapons, R1, L1, you can usually that'll kill these early guys or get it real close, jump back, transform back to normal, another R1, R1, L, I missed it. You get my point. There are backstep R1s, there are backstep R2s, transform, backstep R1, backstep R2, sidestep, there's a jumping attack. I said backstep, I was tapping the O button, right? So forward in R1, jumping attack, forward in R1, longer jumping attack. And these things do make a difference. Mashing R1, it'll get you, depending on the weapon, you can mash R1 a long time and get pretty far in this game, but if you really want to simplify things and get better, this is the way to do it. Got some more Molotovs, that's good. So now I'm just killing the guys now that I have weapons. These guys that were down here already, I'm just killing them. Up the ladder. Gilbert's still there. We're not going to have to stop. We've talked to Gilbert all we need to. It's time to get into Yharnam proper. Pebble. So this guy I think is interesting. You look in the distance to the left of that casket on the right, there's a casket vertical. Just to the left there's a guy. And he's just going to come out of there just wailing like an idiot. And it's only going to take one swing to kill him. Because he's so open, he's going to take more damage. Other guys, it's going to take 2 to 3 hits to kill him. So developers, if you're paying attention, right away it's showing you that if you do the same thing, if you're just wailing around and you get hit, you're going to take a lot more damage than if you're measured. Out of balance this guy is? I only needed the one hit. I know I swung twice, but I only needed the one hit. You can jump down here, but I don't do that. We're going to end up killing most of the things on this level. And I do that for a couple of reasons. I want to get rid of everybody. I can't say how many times I have skipped somebody and ran by trying to get somewhere, and then your plan doesn't go as anticipated and you've got to run backwards. And you end up doing that, and sure enough, the guy that you left ends up killing you. So that transform attack, when it turns this larger, it also gives you the distance advantage you get.
This time's finished.
Come on, really? You want to play this game pretty aggressive, because if you get hit as you're attacking, you have a limited amount of time to get back and do damage of your own, and you can make back some of the health you've lost. The regain system, everyone knows it's brilliant. It should be used in a lot of different games, especially like this. If you're trying to encourage aggressive play. And I'll tell you, I played all the Dark Souls games. I really enjoyed them. But the combat for me was always just a little slow. There's a slower beat to the combat. There just is, with blocking and what have you. So,
Lads, you've come on. You'd open the door on a night of a hunt. Away with you, now. Lads, you've come on.
see there
You'd open
you
the door
go.
on a night of a hunt. Away with you, now.
So there you go. Uh-oh. About died. I talked about mashing R1, and that's all I basically did there. Anyway. So, these gunners, they will drop Quicksilver bullets, which can be very important depending on what you're doing. I know I like it. Okay, watch your ass right here. This guy is hiding. It's teaching you that watch what you're doing in Bloodborne, because something can kill you from anywhere. Now, throughout this game, right, R1 is what locks on. I'll show you. A dot will form when you lock on with R1, clicking in the stick, the R1 stick, right stick, whatever you want to call it. As these guys come up, I can select one. See how I've marked him? I can push left on the right stick, pick the next guy. And in a lot of ways, that's a good thing to do. And other times, in other situations, you don't want to be locked on. So again, that's a learning thing. So we've killed those guys. Come up here and get our item. And now, see this guy, he's just looking the other way. This is Miyazaki saying, alright, I left you a message saying how to do a visceral attack. Sneak up behind so he doesn't hear you. If you run, he'll hear you. R2, next one, R1, visceral. So there's a guy you can practice that technique on right away in this game. All these guys, you don't want to pull them all at once. You're toast, right? You want to do them one at a time, if you can. I mean, the ideal is one at a time. Something's yelling, making a bunch of noise, and pounding. Let's go down here and see what it is. Oh, dang. I'm hitting X. I can't go through that door, but something's trying to get through this way, aren't they? So now, let's look. We see guys wandering. I'm going to click the right stick. There's a dog. Alright, I'm going to equip the pebbles. I'm also going to equip the Molotovs just in case we get in trouble. And Yosefka's blood vial. We never read that description, did we? Let me kill this dog, and then we'll read the description of that. See where that dog moved. If I hadn't done a transform attack, that second swing would have missed if I had just left it as the short attack. So, it really is helpful. Oh yeah, I was going to do this. Yosefka's blood vial. Blood vial acquired from Yosefka's clinic. This refined blood, highly invigorating, restores a larger amount of HP. The product of a slow and careful refinement process, this rare blood vial appears to be a clinic original. So Yosefka making some good stuff. And now I've been waiting back here, and these guys finally sniffed me out, didn't they? Sometimes I'm locking on and then take my lock on off. I use my lock on quite a bit in that manner. I'll use it for I'll have it off for a swing or two, and then I'll turn it on for the last swing sometimes. So the gun guys are really the concern, in my opinion, in this area. Because you can fight the other guys and maybe do well, but as you're mid-swing, when you get hit by the gun, you're staggered. And that allows you to be killed. So I like to take these gun guys out. Or at least before I do. I'll kill some other guys too, but I'm going to do the gun guys first. Cold blood dew. Come on, idiot. Long charge attack R2 followed by an R1 when you get closer to their back. R1, R1, L1. Don't want that. I don't want that lock on. Charge R2 with a transformed axe. Oh man. Now you can keep attacking even after they've made their death growl there, and you can still recover some HP. Alright, so that's taking out all those guys. Everyone we saw down there gathered around, everyone's dead. In that burning beast. Very much like the one we killed in the beginning in the Esophagus Clinic. Here's a clawed hand there. Awesome. Just awesome. So they were out killing beasts. These guys, they're beasts themselves. They've turned into beasts, but I guess if you're more bestial than them, or a stranger like us, they'll try to kill you. Alright, so now we'll go find out what is making that. Oh, sorry, missing an item. If someone ends up ever watching this, wants to jump in and remind me what I'm doing wrong, please do, because it's the only way I get better. And if you can't sneak up on this guy, he'll turn around. I like to get a few shots in to get his health down a little bit. And missed me. I missed the counter. Can't counter that one either. Nice. So, what was I doing there? I was waiting for the right time in his attack animation to fire my weapon to stun him. And I didn't do a very good job of it the first couple times. Some of his attacks are stunnable. Maybe it's different timing that I'm used to, but that is a key skill in this game, and I resisted it for a long time. And you can beat the game without ever doing that. But you're missing out, and it makes things so much more difficult. Damn crows. I hate crows. Or somebody's having a good time. Somebody's having an awfully good time for a night of the hunt.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing.
Well, I guess we just got a big fuck you. Okay. Get down there quick enough before that guy gets out of his cage. He's not really a problem. Alright. Still hearing the dog barking.
You're a hunter, aren't you?
Yeah?
Then, well, do you know of any safe places?
No. There ain't no place other than the hunter's dream. After I die.
I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, if you hunters got off your arses, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear?
What a nice lady.
So what'll it be? Are you going to tell me you're not?
Nope.
Yeah, I should have known. You're good for nothing. No respect for the elderly is what that is. That lot of good you outsiders do. Go on, admit it. You think we're all mad, don't you?
Yeah, I really do. They're all kind of fucked up.
I know all your tricks.
Yeah, tricks. You're so stable. Can't imagine why anyone would think you were a crazy, crazy woman. Oh, come on, really? I was late. So totally late with that. Okay, I like to go down there and kill that guy. So, we just wandered around, we killed the guys in that square, we dropped down, killed the dogs. Now... strangely lit window over here. Seeing the sunset. I wouldn't call this a secret area, but it is a area. Oh. That was not the plan. See, that was not the plan. Not the plan at all. That was not the plan at all. I don't like that guy. If I try to kill that other one, he's going to shoot me, so... Let's try this again. There's a way to do that without falling down like an idiot. Use the longer section. I just got a little too close. You gotta be careful. And if you fall all the way down, you'll die. I got lucky. I didn't go all the way down. Because it's tiered, right? All the way down. The items that where I landed, but where the boat is you will die. What do you know? And I made the mistake in my first playthrough of sneaking up behind this and attacking her. She's an NPC that you shouldn't do that to, especially this early in the game.
Oh. A hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in.
Yeah.
And
Tell me about it,
tonight
lady.
of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts?
Well,
No
we're all
matter.
awesome like you, Eileen.
Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves. What are you still doing here? Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt.
Enough trouble in your boots. A hunter must hunt. Alright, well, let's look at what she gave us. She gave us the Bold Hunter's Mark, right? Right, Bold Hunter's Mark. Dangling upside-down rune etched in the mind of a hunter. The image upon this parchment allows one to envision the rune with clarity. It allows a hunter to awaken again without losing blood echoes. A trick that seems nearly too good to be true. So that's a consumable. The other thing we had, Hunter's Mark, we could go back anytime we want, but we lose echoes. Bold Hunter's Mark, we don't lose echoes. Cold Blood do. Droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes. Used to gain blood echoes. Hunters sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude for their victims. Same thing, same thing. Okay, so I think we've gone through some of those. Can we do the oil urn? No. When this urn hits its mark, the target is drenched in oil and made extremely flammable. Fire is a commonplace on the hunt, and oil urns accentuate its effect. Sometimes when hunters burn beasts, they appear intoxicated by the euphoria of purification. A bunch of psychos in this place, which we're slowly becoming one of them. Alright, so we did kill one of these creatures already. But we gotta kill another one. So the shooter guy, he ain't gonna be aggroed, so should be able to walk up on this guy. Now this is a spear-wielding beast, and they are badass, and they always mess me up. Maybe it's just me. I take very close care when I'm fighting one of these guys. They can stun lock you and kill you pretty quickly. What happened to our gunner? Oh, he moved. Alright, gunner. Seems the beast we killed. He's got some. Maybe a bloodstone shard? Oil. I'll take oil. I was hoping for bloodstone shard. You never know. Yeah, so I laid those two down there. 2 items. So I killed one of them, and then I tried to lure this guy back here so I can stun him, take the hit, get the damage back. Oh shit. I'm talking to you instead of doing what I need to do. Anyway. So, again, timing is the way you shoot. You just gotta do it right. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's like as he's hitting you, and most of the time that works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I think I have it timed perfectly, and still, they end up not being stunned, so whatever. Yeah, baby. Give me those 6 bullets. Yes, yes. Some more cold blood, too. Okay. Easy to forget that we cut those things down, right? We've got a couple items to get. Not easy for us to forget because our first weapon is coming right up. Actually, this is probably the Bloodstone Shard, but whatever. Damn, nice. These guys kill you, man. I've had the 3 of them gang up on me here. That jumping attack is stun right there. Now, you may laugh, but I always take... I want to stay as full health as I can early on in this game. Madman's knowledge. Throwing knives. Madman's knowledge, skull of a madman, touched by the wisdom of the great ones. Now we're getting some Lovecraft here. Used to gain insight. Making contact with eldritch wisdom is a blessing. For even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity. For those who are familiar with Lovecraft, many of the protagonists in his books, the closer they get to the knowledge, the more insane they become. And this game is based on that mechanic as well. A lot in this game is a big mechanic, is your insight. Insight. Some have commented that the skull here you see and the light coming out of the middle of it looks like a worm or some caterpillar. I don't know. With antenna. And throwing knives. Throwing knife with a finely serrated blade. One of the old hunter Henrik's favorite weapons. Whoever that is, right? Does not cause a great deal of damage to beasts, but with deft use can distract attackers and keep them at bay. Alright, well. And the mice dropped those. Don't know why they dropped those, but they do. So, as we come out of here, there's a ladder we can go up. And back in, and we gotta drop down on the other side to get the most important. Well, that's not the most, it's a very important piece. If you're using it, if it's going to be your main weapon, or one of them for a good bit of this game, of course it's important, right? All 3. Sweet. Saw spear. So, this is the saw cleaver. It's transform mode. The R2, quick R2 is a slash. Charge R2 is another slash. Alright. Saw spear. Transform mode. R1 is a poke. And a pretty good distance poke, really. And the R2 is a charge poke that goes downwards. And it's really not a great attack, honestly. You can do the charge R2 with this if you're sneaking up on guys or whatever. But there's a few creatures where this is actually pretty handy. But, I mean, this is actually pretty handy. But for the most part, this is going to be your best spear attack. Now your R1s are going to be a slash. So there's a quick step R2 is a slam. Quick step R1 is a poke. Quick step R1 is a poke. Quick step R2 is a slam. It's almost backwards there. From what you think it'd be. Alright, so into the sewers we go. Alright, I'm going to open around, sorry. Last time. Remember we came around here, that beast was the guys, here's the two guys, two shooter guys. I'm going to head down here and around. Crows everywhere. Small oil urn. Bloodstone shard. See, there's nothing back here. I've done it many times. It's just not worth it. Nothing back there. Just a couple crows, the rats, I mean. I just don't do it. All the way up this first ladder to get to. Another madman's knowledge. We should eat one of those right now, so let's do that. We're going to imbibe the knowledge of the great ones in a small, tiny piece. And you notice in the top right corner, I got my blood echoes at 4,000 or whatever, but the eye is at 1. The eye is your insight. So now we have gained some insight into our predicament. Slowly, quietly. Click on it to target everything just in case. No shining coins? Good. Sometimes he gives you shining coins that irritate me.
Wretched outside, trying to boot heavens the depths of deep. Wretched outsider, trying to fool me to open this door.
Yeah?
Heavens, the depths of depravity.
I'm glad you're all out there having fun. You could just let me in, I wouldn't have to deal with all this crap, but no. Making me deal with this crap. So, and here we come up to a gate. Switch. A very important NPC.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell.
She knows
Are you
our
a
smell.
hunter? I'm ready to look for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him. But now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared.
Everyone can do what they want. I suggest find girl's mother.
Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box.
Tiny music
Plays one of
box.
Daddy's favourite songs. And when
Daddy's
Daddy
favorite
forgets us,
songs.
we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
A small music box received from a young Yaram girl. Plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. Two names can be made out, however, faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. Viola and Gascoigne. See? Daddy has got to be Gascoigne and Mommy's got to be Viola, right? That's the way I take that. I like to kill that first dog, second dog, and then run for the hills. More dogs, there's a guy with a gun. You just don't want a couple other guys. You don't want to deal with it. I want to get out of that gun's range. Alright, dog, where you at? There we go. Got some blood vials now. Okay, the wolves. We're up here on the bridge. Everyone, this is the bridge to... I call it the bridge to the cleric beast. But those wolves are really hard to pull separately. And two together, it's someone in our stage with no armor, not leveled up at all. It's just not a smart move. There's a way you can cheese those guys by running into a door, but you know what? We don't even have to deal with them. If you never want to deal with them, you don't ever have to deal with these two. There's ways around it. If you just want the points, or the echoes, or whatever they drop, that's fine. But in this stage, we're going to ignore those guys for now. You can sit there and control that bridge all they want. We're just going to drop down here. And now we'll be able to see our handiwork. So that's the street we came down. Big bonfire with the beast we saw earlier, right? Came all the way from down there. Up on top. We did our visceral attack to the guy over there by that gate. He's laying in front of it still, on the left there. So, back where we started, sort of. Well, this item, I don't know if people miss it or not. A lot of people do. More people miss that than miss this, because this is the second way of this. You go this way first, rather than the way we went, when we got the saw spear or whatever. It's worth to go both ways. I like it this way, it just seems to flow better. Less backtracking. That plan was not to fall there, just so you know. That was not the plan. Huh. These guys are not where I expected them to be. Already prepared for this guy. Looking for the next guy. You never know if you might pull one if they see or hear something. I don't know. So I try not to fight these guys on the sides where you get knocked down. I try to find him on the bridges. Molotovs are effective as these guys. That's why I have them loaded right now as my secondary deal. So I always have a plan when I play this game of how I want to approach certain things, but things don't always go to plan. You gotta be able to adapt. At least that much. Now I've been down this way too as well. There's just a bunch of rats. In my opinion, it's not worth the time or the effort. That guy's tougher than most of them. There's a reason he's guarding a very awesome item right here. So the hunter set. So those people that have been, they're struggling with it and they end up wasting echoes on those other sets. The one you can buy, the Yarnum Hunter set. It's a good set or whatever, but if you just persevere a little bit, you can get your own. And you can come here first if you just want to come down. You don't want to do the other side. Come to this side first. Once you kill the dog and the gunner, like we did earlier. So. Big difference too. I mean, if you look at the 110 versus 60, you're almost doubling your physical defense. Strangely enough, the foreign garb has better slow poison resist than the hunter garb. Don't know why. Or how that would affect it, but it does. So. Okay, so now I like to drop down right here. Now, I don't know if we want to kill all these guys or not. I don't think it's worth it, but we might. We'll see. I'm playing forward. I shouldn't be doing this. I don't even want to be doing this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Trouble. I never do that. I never kill those guys. And I'm an idiot. And I didn't respect what I was doing. And that's why I died. And I deserve it. I deserve the idiocy that comes with that. Anyone watching that? That was stupid. I just ran in willy-nilly. Stupid. It's really irritating. Missed that item earlier. So irritating. What am I doing? God damn it. I'm gonna die again. What the hell is going on here? It's not... I don't know what's going on. Can't parry anybody? Shouldn't have come down there in the first place, right? I mean, what the hell was I doing? It was just stupid. You bastard. I was going the right way before. Exactly where I need to go anyway, so stupid. No, I gotta... Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Certainly just not used to this. Dying. Oh, so there's that inconvenience save. Anyway, I killed them all for you. I don't know why. these guys that, I was going to say, one of the few creatures this is effective against is Charge R2 with the Saw Spear. Again, all in my opinion. Bloodstone Shard, well worth it. How many do we have? 11. We need 2 more. I only know one of this for sure, so hopefully we get a drop somewhere along the line. Sprint at this pig. Don't let it scare you, just keep sprinting, get behind him. Visceral attack. Well, that's the plan anyway. Don't go in there. Damn it. Behind him, visceral attack. That's what you're supposed to do originally. Run behind him. I missed it. Saw Hunter Badge. Saw Hunter Badge. Badge crafted along with the workshop. Test one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. Workshop is gone and no group recognizes this meaningless badge except the messengers in the bath who understand its profundity. Certain things can only be entrusted with a hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. It allows you to buy some stuff, buy the starting weapons. That's what we gave the messengers earlier, a worn, rumpled top hat that messengers are oddly fond of. The inhabitants of the stump appear to have an interest in the adornment. Why not let them be happy and revel as babes? Head bandage. Same thing. Okay. So, don't be stupid like me. If you keep running, you're not watching, this is going to drop off into infinity, and you'll instantly die. Don't do it. I did it. Don't do it. Don't get confused. Just watch me around there, because I have done it. So, came up this ladder. This big fat guy is rolling a fireball down the hill, and he took out all his buddies. We'll go down there in a minute. This is the way up to the boss. Well, Father Gascoigne boss, anyway, up that ladder. 2 tough enemies here back to back. Good news is you can sneak up on one and end it real quick. I have been stun locked by the other guy. And you're gonna get hit sometimes, and you shouldn't, but stun him. Carry him, top of him, hoping for a Bloodstone Shard. Well, that sucks. Did not get a Bloodstone Shard. That's really irritating, actually. I only know where one other is. I'd like to have a +2 before I visit Gascoigne. I guess most of it's visceraling anyway, but still. Is there this one somewhere? Must have missed one somewhere. Well. Usually you'll get a drop. I don't get one more, but you need 8. First one's 3, the second one's 5. You need 8. I have enough for 2. First one's 5. So it's 13, and I only have 11, and I'll get another one's 12. Well, that sucks. Damn it. Sorry, man. I'm just not playing well tonight. It's irritating. Those wolves might drop one. Alright, the wolves might drop one. So, I will choose the wolves here in a minute. So our only other hope is the wolves drop one. Choose these wolves and hopefully get a redstone shard. They can't come through the door. These wolves killed me so many times at first. Very powerful thing at the end of this game. So, cross your fingers. Blood vials. That's not what we wanted. That figures. Damn it. We're gonna go down and get the shortcut, go back to Hunter's Dream, and lament the fact that we don't have 13 bloodstone shards. I usually get one. Good mood. You can move it straight ahead. It's taking me a lot longer. Yesterday I did a video where I went through this. It took me an hour. The commentary I got back was that I should spend more time explaining things. Alright, so this is the beckoning bell. This allows you to call for help if you're playing online. And this is the gun that kills the bell. Silencing blank. Gun that kills the bell. Yeah, that sounds good.
Hello, good honorable hunter.
Oh, I should
Pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you to embolden your sickly spirit. Very well.
Channel blood echoes. That's how you
Let
level
the
up.
echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Farewell.
Old Hunter Bell allows you to call Old Hunter NPC guys to help you. You can't find anyone online or whatever. Yeah. Guess I'm okay. I don't know why I'm sitting there crying like a girl. Why'd I say that? Crying like someone that shouldn't be crying over something. Shouldn't have said like a girl, I'm sorry. Just stupid. Stupid of me. Okay, so we leveled up to a +2 saw spear. We need 4 more to go to the +3. When you fortify, it automatically repairs the weapon, so if your weapon is low and you're going to fortify it anyway, don't repair it first. Just a waste. Let's look at our 22 is all we got in the bank, because I haven't been playing very well. Not playing very well. Okay, we spent our echoes, right? Buy some blood vials. I remember I had a little bit of money left. I just figure it's better to buy blood vials. Alright, so. Alright, need to use the loo. As one of my friends would say, my streaming friends. He's funny to watch. Blade is a fun guy to watch play Bloodborne. Anyway, I'll be back. And I'm back. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah. I'm the only one here, and I'm the only one playing, so I guess I'll do this thing. Alright. Back to Central Yarnum. Well. So what have we done? What have we done so far? We have gone all through Yarnum, through both sewers, both sides of the sewer. We've picked up the items. We've got a +2 weapon. We got the hunter gear, the hunter armor. It was down in the sewers as well. And so now it's time to face the cleric beast. I don't even mean to do that attack most of the time. I'm trying to just put it away or go back to normal mode and my pads go by. See, so we've gone around those wolves. So I didn't have to do those wolves. If you do it the way I just did it, we went on that side, we got everything, we went on this side and got everything. We just cheesed them in the door, because why not, right? But we didn't need to. Let's see if we want to. +2 weapon. Now guys, these guys are taking like 3 hits. Okay, so we got the oil urn and the Molotovs loaded. The cleric beast is weak to fire. We'll just see how this goes. I've already died once, and I could very easily die again, knowing me. That was bad. I didn't get hit. Somehow. Shit. There we go. So I got the viscera and stunned him with the Molotov. Go, go! He died. Jesus Christ, come on. Man, I'm just making things hard for myself today. no other answer for it. Just not playing well and making things hard on myself. So, we killed the cleric beast.
Well, what? Very well. Very well.
Okay, we're gonna see. What do I got? I need 2,300. What do I have in here for these echoes? So I need 800 now. Five, and then one more of the small ones. I should be able to do one more
Welcome.
level.
What? Very well.
Alright.
Farewell, good heart.
Farewell. So now, on to Father Gascoigne. Be right back. Thank you. Had to use the loo once again. Oh, I wonder if Gilbert has anything new to say. What do you think? Killed Mr. Cleric Beast.
Yes, I see. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you?
No, not really. So that's west. That's north. It's south of the Great Bridge. Oh man, I didn't unlock the elevator. I am screwing stuff all up. I didn't unlock the elevator. Whatever. Huh. Now I don't know where to go. So I need to... I must have. Did I really not? Did I not come back that way? Maybe because I died that one time? Oh, here it is. Good. I was worried that I didn't do the bridge. Alright, so back to this bridge again. So, here we go. One of my favorite moments in the whole game. Love it. Love this part. The whole tone changes. You get into Cathedral Ward area and the color changes, right? From Yarnum, yellow, orange, whatever. Now we're in the shadows. We're in Cathedral Ward. We're up in these buildings. And it is dreary. Beasts are over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later. Yeah, that was my Father Gascoigne impression.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
That didn't work.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Shit. Well, that went pretty well. That went real well. I don't think you can beat Gascoigne any better. I mean, I took a little damage from the gun. I don't even think he hit me once there. Okay, so Odin Tomb key. We killed Gascoigne. And again, the key to him is countering him. Stunning visceral, stun visceral, stun visceral. What I really screwed up on is I didn't have the music box in my quick inventory. That's where you got to put that before you even start with him. So I got lucky. I ran away. I was able to use it from the menu and still make it work. You can beat him without it. It's just a pain in the ass, but it can be done. What do we have here? A lady laying here dead. And the red jeweled brooch. So if you remember what the little girl said, her mom wore the brooch, and her mom... Everyone says Gascoigne killed her. I mean, there's a lot of blood here. If that's blood, there's a lot of it there, but I mean, she doesn't seem to be. Is that an axe wound? Was it Gascoigne? Perhaps. Perhaps it was, but... Let's go ahead and light this lamp. I'm not going to use it right now. Okay, so here's that same statue the light is on, right? So it is a lamp. And you've got messengers around it. Next to a lamp with messengers around it. It's a stick instead of a person. But very similar. Anyway, the little girl said, "Could you find Mom? Recognize Mama by her brooch?" I've been through this game a bunch of times. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but what I will say is this red jewel brooch is a pretty good early gem, and with weapons that you can equip it in any of the slots. So with weapons, if you don't have a waning gem, at least you get something out of it. So giving it to the girl, I don't remember if you lose it forever. I can't remember, but I don't even want to deal with her storyline anymore, because I'll tell you, I tried, man. I tried everything. I gave her, I tried to help her, I tried to do whatever, and that little girl's fate is sealed, no matter what you do. So I use it right now, break it, and now we have a red blood gem. Red blood gem. Alright. And this gate we just opened. Once again, more coffins. Coffins everywhere. I don't know. I mean, these are the fancier coffins, I guess. I mean, church clergy, maybe. And this room has always been curious to me. As you play through this game, here we are. We just got a cathedral wardens, a library, a place of learning. Got a note here. The Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. So, whatever that's supposed to be. We have a chest here. No mimics in Bloodborne. Blood Gem Workshop Tool. A misplaced workshop tool from the hunter's dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties to weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism. So this is the tool we use to press the blood gems into our weapons and make them more powerful. Hmm. Cathedral Ward.
Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, I tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about 'em, tell 'em about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell 'em to come on over, if you wouldn't mind.
Now, we did run into an NPC in Central Yarnum that asked us to move a safe place.
Tell them about this here Erden Chapel, if they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are.
Light the lamp. We'll do a little bit here of Cathedral Ward. You know what? Never mind. I think we'll wait. We'll get this. We'll get these items and then call this a stream. Run away! That black hole of doom will suck you up, man. If you get that item, don't hang around there, don't look around, get the hell out of there. Alright, this is it. We'll start at Cathedral Ward tomorrow.